Hello. How's it going? So, a little bit late today. Little bit late on today's stream. There's a good reason for that, though. And also, let me check something real quick. Give me a second. There is a good reason it's late, though. Basically, I felt a little sick when I woke up. And I wasn't sure if I was going to stream at all. But then I started feeling better, and I didn't really have anything else to do. So here I am. That being said, because it is late, I didn't really want to play near because I wasn't really going to get that much done. So here we are with this. It's pretty wacky, huh? Pretty crazy. So yeah, I don't know. Fucking fan games, right? Like, I never got good at them. I have played a few fan games, but like really easy ones. And I know that K2 is like not a good fan game to play if you're not good at fan games. Like, you definitely don't just want to leap straight into this game. So this is definitely a bad idea, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes, right? The one thing I definitely know about K2 is that at some point you hit a boss rush, and that seems to be what most people don't like about K2. Boss rush seems to be a huge difficulty spike compared to the entire rest of the game, and takes people like many... Oh shit, the game's really loud. Sorry. I didn't have a good place to judge audio. Because the first screen you're on is completely silent. That's probably decent volume. So yeah, it's gonna be a while till I get to the boss rush though, so hopefully the rest of the game isn't like completely unplayable for me. We'll see. Oh fuck, I hate how vines feel. I also spent an embarrassingly long amount of time setting up my screen regions and everything. Dude, I can do vines better than that. Like, way too long. Especially, like, the input display, because I didn't have an input display that could display keyboard inputs. Is that really the first screen? Dude, I suck again. Every game I'm playing recently, I'm like, I used to be semi-decent at this kind of game, and now I'm shit. That's my life. I'm at least making progress, though. Which, is better than I figured things might end up going. So K2, by the way, is for people who are aware of what fan games are, but not enough to the degree that they understand what's going on. K2 is... I don't know the right name for it. There probably is a good name for it. Assimilation? And what's the word, dude? I swear to God, I've seen this word used before. I just don't have a brain. It's you see the thing at the top right of the screen? That tells you what game it's from. It's okay. Ooh, funny trolls. Haha. It's a bunch of, like, other screens from other fan games put into one, and they're edited. At least as far as I'm aware, the screens are edited to a degree. Maybe not all of the screens got felt for the exact same thing. But at least some of the screens are changed up from what I know. Okay. Good thing I didn't have my double jump there, because I definitely tried to do a double jump. Does this just go fast? No? Yes? That was it? That wasn't that fast. Dude, I'm having a better time than I thought I would immediately. I miss fan games. I should do these more often. Although, I might be stuck on K2 for the rest of my life, so there is that. I typically don't really like trolley fan games, but there are some like really genuinely funny ones. Oh goddamn! I just walked back to that spike. So I don't know. I'm not sure how often I want to do fan games, but I'm definitely not opposed to playing fan games, because can I just run under there? It's something I've done in my free time before, so, you know, it makes sense that I would stream it if I find it enjoyable. I should go back. Wait, but I can't go back if I do the first jump in that way. Wait, I can just jump over it also. Was not thinking. Yeah, I should just be able to jump over those spikes. I think there were only 2 of them. Oh, fucking. I don't do well with trolls with, like, no indication. So I just, like, mindlessly... Oh god, I forgot I'm not doing that way. I just kind of mindlessly play the game. And, die into the same troll over and over again because I forget it's there. Okay, there you go. So I should... Yeah, that's easy. Why was I making a big deal of that at all? One of these days, I'm still racking in my head what the word I was trying to think of earlier. One of these days, I'll figure out what that word was. Ah, the F-jump. Everybody's favorite. God, I suck at F-jumps. I was never good at fan games. Like, let that be known. I have never been good at these. I probably will never be good at these. But I still find them fun. Dude, I keep bonking my head. I'm pretty sure if you bonk your head, you can't make the jump. Please, dude, I suck. This is where I'm gonna choke. Oh, I did bonk my head. I guess it's still possible if you bonk. Or maybe I was just, like, right on the edge of bonking. The places where I'm gonna have trouble, let's go! The pointless diamond! I don't even... Could you have gone somewhere from that? I don't think so. Where I'm gonna have trouble... Also, I'm aware that diamonds aren't that hard, but I was happy in the moment. God damn it. Is that an F jump? I can't tell. I don't think it is. I think I'm just bad. Yeah, I suck. That might be an F jump. I'm so bad at recognizing jumps when they're not in, like, the most of, like, obvious states. Like, yeah, I can say that's a diamond. But if there were, like, a bunch of other spikes to, like, make the jump more complicated, I probably wouldn't read it as a diamond. And might not even see that as a possible place to go. F-jumps especially, just because I mean, we literally just had an F-jump. I don't think that is an F-jump. I think that's more lenient, though. But anyways. I saw the troll ahead of time. So I have to fall all the way down and go to the bottom. Dude. Okay, let's get my thoughts through my mouth. What I think I'm going to struggle on is... Oh god, didn't hold jump long enough. Some of the harder jumps, like, obviously, like, if there's a hard jump, I'm not going to be able to do it. Like, you'll never catch me doing planes on the fly. But, like, especially jumps that require certain aligns, like, that was something I never really figured out how to do. So, if a fan game is ever just like, hey, this jump requires an align, but we're not actually going to tell you that, it's just supposed to be common knowledge if you're playing this game, I'm just probably not going to be able to proceed. I'm just going to be like, why is this jump impossible? Why can't I do it? And I know that, like, for some things, aligns aren't even required, but they'll just make a jump easier. And I just don't know that kind of knowledge. God damn it, I can't fucking... like, it's just a gate jump, dude. I did the diamond first try. Let's see if I can do it again. Nope. Okay. Let's see, like, one more time, though? Okay. But, like, third try's the charm, right? Oh. I'm not that good. Don't expect anything incredible out of me. Or anything at all, really. Like, the fact that I'm even doing this is a miracle. I made it past screen 1, dude. You know, the one with water that had literally no obstacles? That's right. I've made progress in K2. Kind of a legend. Dude! Why do I blow ass nonstop? I just can't help myself. Thank you. Who would have thought? Easy jumps are actually easy? I'm so scared. Okay. Okay. Speed. Something I'm also not good at. Being fast. Yeah. Awesome. Well, now I know what I need to do ahead of time, so it should be easy. Should be so easy, dude. Holy shit. I have to go so far with this thing on my ass. There is no... like, this is gonna be a choking point. No doubt in my mind. I'm so bad at this. Like, I can do some jumps, but, like, my speed was never up to snuff. Unless... it's no fair, dude. He's faster than me. Oh, son of a bitch, he's done it. Okay. Dude, it's so good to be bad at games, because then you get excited when you're fucking shit at everything. I can't imagine what it's like to be good. So what's the object? I guess I just push this down to that switch. That makes sense. I wonder if I'm going to... oh, well, this is kind of tricky, huh? Am I missing something here? Wait, that just doesn't seem possible. Can I shoot it? No. The fuck am I supposed to do there? Oh, fucking... there's a place you push it on the left. I'm a dumbass. Look, I'm getting back. Getting back into it. Sometimes my dumb brain comes to the front of my head. Can't help it. It's a real medical condition, I assure you. Okay, that was a jump that was never going to make it. At least I had the foresight to stop it before things went south. Okay. He's done another screen. This is, like, significantly easier than I thought it was going to be. I know I'm going to, like, hit a complete stopping point. Okay, I was like, there's no way they want me to do that jump. Because I was literally going to say that stopping point might be right now, because that's a really hard jump. If it didn't turn into a troll. That would have been the hardest jump they've shown us yet. I'm pretty sure my first stopping point is going to be whenever I hit a boss, though, because, like, that is not my strong suit. Dude, I do it every time. I just zone out and idly walk into the same trap over and over again. Don't even need a trap. I just suck ass. I'll get there. Dude. My consistency flying out the roof. I had a nice run of skill for a little bit. Well, not skill. You know, skill it's relative. Relative to how I thought I would perform. I was doing decently. Performance anxiety and all that. But like genuinely when I decided to... Do I shoot? Yeah. Yeah, awesome. When I decided to start K2, I was like... Because I've never really watched anybody do K2. I was really afraid that I was not even going to be able to beat the first screen. Because I don't know, like, when it gets difficult or anything. I have no clue. I was not aware that it was, like, an acceptable difficulty at any point in the game. I just know that when people talk about the Kamilia games, they always talk about how difficult they are. Dude, just go along the safe side, and then you don't have to be scared. So, checkpoint does nothing. Oh, what? I see. Checkpoint does nothing for switches, because if you have never played a fan game, switches reset whenever you reload the game. So if I had died and respawned at the checkpoint, it would have deleted my progress anyways. The only thing that checkpoints save in these games is your position. That is it. There you go. Secret? I'm not sure how many secrets, if any, are actually in K2. I know that, like, that's a pretty... Wasn't sure about the hitbox there. I know that that's a pretty normal thing for fan games to have. And I wouldn't be surprised if K2... Awesome! If K2 had some secrets. I have a feeling that that full bottom area is going to be hits. And I need to save my double jump to jump onto the spikes, and the spikes are actually going to be the safe spot. That's my assessment of that troll. Dude, I don't know if I can actually jump over those apples with one jump, though. Oh, God. Let me do some science real quick. Oh, shit! Happy birthday! Kamilia has stopped working. I didn't know this game had crashes. Nobody told me this was a good game. Gonna assume it still kept my saves. But really, it's anybody's guess. Dude, it's chugging. There you go. Yeah, okay. We're back in. I wonder what caused that crash. Dude, fan games, I mean, you know, it's kind of par for the course in fan games. Oh, just jump straight into the apple every time. And yes, I am one of those freaks who refers to them as apples, because I think of apple trees much more than I think of cherry trees. They're also like, I don't understand people who call them cherries. Like, I'm not here to start a fight. Came to wish me good luck. Appreciate it, man. I saw that you were playing a fan... Oh, they're not all dangerous. I saw that you were playing a fan game the other day, weren't you? You call them apples too? Let's go. But yeah, I started K2 because I saw you playing a fan game the other day, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I talked to Nicholas about fan games, and now he's playing one, and now I kind of want to play one, so that's where I am. It's Overlord, right? I think I've beaten that one. That's one of the few fan games I have beaten. Because, yeah, that one's pretty sick. I am a fan of it. Yeah, It's questionable whether I should have picked K2. That's for sure. Aw, dude, the tiniest baby spike. Let's go. Corner jump legend. Corner jumps are easier from the outside, though. Or inside, I guess. Same here. I really haven't played that many fan games. K2 is definitely regarded as good. Though there are a lot of complaints with it, too. I don't know the name of this jump, but I'm pretty sure that is a named jump. And also, oh wait, this is just the way you're supposed to go. I thought I was so sneaky. I don't read the screen ahead of time. I just like look in a direction I want to go, and I'm like, yep, that's where we're headed. Okay. I had to like look in to see if that ceiling was like slightly lower than normal, but no, I just sucked. I was like, I felt cheated there, but really I cheated myself by being bad. Oh. Oh. Ah, come on, dude. This screen's not that bad, though. Exactly. I wonder, like, it's gotta be weird, right? If you play a lot of fan games, and you can just be like, oh yeah, this screen. I remember this screen from Fortress Returns, my favorite fan game. I mean, I have played a few fan games, so maybe I will actually recognize a screen, but that's unlikely. Very unlikely. And if I do recognize the screen, you can guarantee I'm not going to recognize it if something was changed about it. Because it has been like a solid few years since I've played a fan game. There's like a year or two where I was playing them relatively regularly, but I kind of dropped off on that. That's kind of how it feels to me. That's basically what I'm getting at. I like the fact that it's pretty standard to have, like, fan games that are literally just two colors, though. Like, background color and actual interactable tile color. Because that makes it, like, super easy for people to make fan games. I mean, in general, it's very easy to make fan games. Which is why so many people have, and why there's so many garbage ones out there. But that's good. I like whenever that can be an acceptable thing. There are, you know, obvious instances where that's kind of negative. In the case of, I mean, taking a look at Steam new releases, like, it's certainly an issue in some cases where, like, if you're trying to find something good and you are just absolutely overloaded with trash that you're not interested in. But that's why Steam is, like, going the route of more so trying to tailor games to your interests based on games you've played and seem to enjoy. But then again, that also has negatives in where it can be very hard to be seen as a game developer if whatever algorithm Steam is using decides that you're just not worth being picked up. But, eh. In general, I definitely lean more towards as many people being able to make games as possible. Metroidvanias have kind of popped off recently. Like, there was a huge dead zone of them where it was literally just like the Metroid games and the Castlevania games, but a few indies have come along and given the genre new life recently. One of these days I'll make this easy jump. That's true. I mean, it's hard to make a good game in general, like, and whenever you make a good game, you are always going to have some people who don't like it. Can't really please everybody, which is why my goal is not to please anybody but myself. That's basically what I stick to when I think about making games. Wanting to play something new in the genre of survival plus having online co-op? You mean like, when I think of that, I think of like, well, Rust is probably a pretty bad example, but like Rust... What's that one on the island that got some traction? I mean, there's a few online survival games. At least that's what I think of, the kind of game I think of when I think of survival. You like PvE more than PvP? Ark. Although Ark is not a particularly great game. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of that. Although Ark is also kind of PvP focused, so maybe that's not the best recommendation, but... I mean, that's the general genre I think of when I hear survival, though. Like, there's definitely better online co-op games. Yeah, I don't like Ark that much either. Ark is nothing to get excited about. The Forest? Yeah, okay. So we're on the same page, then. We're on the same page. And that's the one I was thinking of, The Forest. You played the hell out of it. It, you know, those kind of games I would imagine are decently fun with friends. I just can't really get into that, honestly. I find it pretty hard to. I mean, I've tried a few times, but I have not seen Grounded. Is that another online co-op survival game? My fingers. That was another reason I stopped playing fan games, honestly. They do kind of destroy my fingers after a while. It was on the demo reel. I see, yeah. I didn't play any of the demos, but I did think that was a pretty cool idea. The only one that interested me was, I think Disc Room was on the demo reel, but I didn't even take the time to give that a shot. Sorry, JW. I wish-listed it, I swear. That was a bad way to end that. Giant insects, got it. I mean, that's one way to take the genre. Although it seems like most survival games really do just kind of like do the exact same thing but change the environment. Oh, is it a... By it's from Xbox, do you mean it's like a remaster, or do you just mean it's like going to launch on the new Xbox? Because I have not heard of it at all if it's a remaster. But I am keen. You know, I would maybe be more interested in playing survival games if there was one that really changed the game, so to speak. Because it's basically just like the exact same collecting sticks and grass loop. until you get better sticks and better grass. It's distributed? You mean, like, published? Similar to how, what's the boat game? I mean, I don't think the boat game... published isn't really the right word. What is the boat game? Sea of Thieves was, like, pushed by Xbox, but it's a rare game. Rare game. You know. I kind of hate that. That, you know, companies have... or at least try to have, like, power from their name. When, like, none of the fucking developers on the new Rare team are the same developers from the original Rare team that made the name. Raft, yeah. I've seen a bit of Raft. Honestly, that one seemed more interesting than most, because while it doesn't change the... like, it doesn't change the overall gameplay of survival games, if that makes any sense, it does kind of change the way you go about things. But not by that much. Like, it's basically like standard survival game bullshit, except collecting resources is a loot box instead of actively going out and finding it. Resources just kind of come to you. I think it could be interesting, similar to how, like, Minecraft Skybox is interesting, you know? But unless they, like, added a shit ton of content to it, I don't see it taking off. And, like, I don't know what the deal is with, like, it's such a, like, cursed genre. Whenever a survival game starts gaining traction, it just feels like all development slows to a halt. And maybe it's actually not that. Maybe the perspective I should be looking at is that the development may have always been slow, but, like, they didn't show that part of development. They just developed on the game secretly. And then when they were like, hey, we're making a survival game, all of a sudden it is drawn to our attentions what their development cycle is like, and it's slow as hell, and no progress is ever made, and then the developers kind of get harassed by the community a bit, and then just development stops. That's kind of how it feels like every single time a new survival game gains traction. I can't even think of one of those that is, like, super popped off and continued. Well, okay, maybe No Man's Sky you could give an argument for. They've at least kept trying. Which is more than I can say for most survival games. They have kept trying. I have played No Man's Sky somewhat recently. Most seem to be indie to me, or I don't know, I guess I don't really keep up with the genre, so maybe most are EA, but it seems like a lot of indie developers go that route. The survival online route. Not sure why. Well, not a lot of indies, it's just the genre, at least from what I'm aware, seems kind of saturated with indie developers doing, like, their first or second project, and, you know. That's what I thought. I thought The Forest was indie. I thought The Raft was also indie, but I might be wrong about that. I mean, I thought Ark was indie, but I do think that they got a bigger team at some point. Sons of the Forest, basically The Forest 2. Dude, like, I'm not gonna kill your vibe if you're excited about that, but, like, that is something that happens super often Like, that was literally the next thing I was going to talk about, is if a developer if a developer has given up on their original project, it seems like so often they just pivot to making another survival game. Like, Ark did that, and I was just fucking blown away. I was like, Ark is kind of shit, right? Like, this game sucks, and you're making Ark 2? What's the deal? I know people love Subnautica, but that's kind of how I felt about Subnautica too. I'm not the biggest fan of Subnautica. I probably look at it a lot more cynically than most people, because as far as survival games, I will say that Subnautica is definitely one of the more full-featured, actually complete games. That's also fair. But, yeah, Subnautica sets out to do something, does it fairly well, but to me, it's still a survival game, and unfortunately has all of the same drawbacks as the majority of survival games, in my opinion. Outward? I've heard of Outward, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of what it is. Is that the one where... Now I'm fucking... I have to Google it before I say anything that makes me sound dumb. Oh, this game! Yes, okay. Yeah, that's definitely more RPG than anything. But I can see, I mean, there, you know, it has some survival aspects. Yeah, no, I have seen a bit of that game, though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with RPGs. I would definitely say that I like RPGs more than I like survival games. Though, if I were to play an RPG, it would be an ARPG. And if I were to play an ARPG, it would be Path of Exile. Yeah, exactly. If there are any resource meters, that's a survival game. Scratch that. If there is any possibility of death in the game, that's a survival game. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. K2. The hardest survival game of all time. I can see that. I can definitely see that, like, people kind of want to grab for the popularity of Rust because it was kind of a... Well, actually, didn't something come before Rust? I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like there was one other big one before Rust. I kind of remember people, like, giving an argument that Rust copied X game. But I can't for the life of me remember what it is, and I might just be wrong. Always possible. Minecraft, you fucking got it, dude. Rust is the most disgustingly obvious Minecraft clone I have ever seen. I mean, you said it. You have to eat. Any game in which there is a hunger mechanic. Obvious Minecraft ripoff. Battle Royale, you're fucking right, dude. Minecraft Hunger Games. When you're right, you're right. Racing games? Really just stealing off of Minecraft boat racing. Specifically on ice, obviously. We're not casuals. I am feeling more and more like a casual playing this game, though. Because I cannot for the life of me do this screen. I have been focusing less on the game, but that's honestly not that detrimental because I kind of leave fan games in the... What side of the brain is the idle brain that does mundane tasks? That's where I relegate fan gameplay to. Minecraft and TF2. The perfect combination. I haven't really seen too much of that, but honestly I haven't hung around the kinds of games that might be compared to TF2, because I would imagine that maybe Overwatch gets compared to TF2. Maybe. But that's about the only thing I can really think of. That seems like the most obvious comparison, but maybe it stretches beyond that. I honestly wouldn't know. I never really played that much TF2. I had a friend who loved TF2, and I played it occasionally with him. But, yeah, I just didn't get too grabbed by the game, honestly. And I thought the item system was, like, always really weird. Well, that's just obvious. You know, no one's gonna argue against that, because everybody knows that if you have a game with characters and they shoot themselves, it's a TF2 clone. Okay, please. Oh, little baby can't do the elevated gate. I've gotten there so many times and haven't been able to do it. That's something that I can definitely see being fun. Like, that always seemed more enjoyable than Halo multiplayer. I didn't play too much Halo multiplayer because I only played it at my friend's house. But when we did play Halo multiplayer, I did really love the custom online game modes that people made. Those were always pretty sick. Dude. Only co-op Halo. Missing out, dude. People made some wacky game modes. I will never do the gate jump. I swear by it. And if I do happen to do the gate jump, just know that I passed off my keyboard to my little brother so he could do it. I promise you it wasn't me. No worries, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the good luck, also. Stupid manga. Which one is it? You gotta tell me that before you head out. I need to judge you. A bunch of comedy romance stuff. I can't judge you till I know the name, Nicholas. I can't judge you till I know the name. Though if it is comedy/romance, I'm probably just not going to know what it is, honestly. Okay. It's okay. It's okay, Nicholas. I would accept you even if you were gay. That being said... You forgot. Damn it, Nicholas. How am I supposed to judge you? I expect a full report in my DMs later tonight telling me exactly what it is so I can make fun of you. Very important business. The only anime allowed in this household is shonen. That's not even true. But that is primarily what I watch. I explore a few genres here and there, but I just can't help myself when I see big muscly dudes fighting each other. See, I have no idea what that is, so I will copy-paste these names and put them in a Google search query, and I'll get back to you on your judgment. Your judgment will be postponed. Also, fucking... Hey, guys! Forgot to start my timer, so I guess this is the start of the stream. Everybody welcome. Only been streaming for a solid 12 seconds. I spent so much preparation in getting my stream ready, making sure I had everything in the right place, and then I start the stream and don't even start the timer. Absolute buffoon. How are people gonna know what my speedrun time is for this game? That is a lot. That is quite a few. Alright, putting those in a second search query for safekeeping. I typically can't do that, honestly. Like, I get super lost in stories if I try and multitask them, because what typically happens is I'll just get more interested in one, and then not continue the other one, ever. And then by the time I get back to it, I've fucking forgotten everything. One Punch Man. I still haven't seen that much of One Punch, just because I obviously watched the first season of the anime, because it was incredible. But then the second season, you know, everybody said it was shit. So I kind of didn't want to watch that, and I figured, well, if I'm going to do anything with One Punch Man, it probably is going to be reading the manga, or maybe waiting for them to switch hands to a different animation studio, so it's good again. But yeah, I haven't gotten to that yet. But Boku no Hero is definitely pretty nice. And I haven't seen or read any Dr. Stone, but I've heard it's good. But yeah, I'll let you get to it if you want to head out. I'll be here on the screen for the rest of my life. You know where to find me. I am. I'm very stuck here. I'll get the gate jump one of these days. One of these days I'll make it to the gate jump again. And then one of those days, I'll actually do it. I'll actually do the simplest of baby jumps. Sometimes that's just the life we gotta live, man. You can't blame yourself for me being trapped here. You just gotta live your own life, you know? Try and forget the torment that haunts your friend. You can't carry my burdens. These are mine to carry, Necklace. And one of these days, I'm gonna fucking drop him off. I'm gonna unload, unpack all these burdens, and be free of them. But that's seemingly not gonna be today. Let's go. Let's go. I can relate to that one. I can definitely relate to that one. When I can't even do, like, the... What is this called? Is this a sphincter? Is this what the hilarious community has decided is the butthole jump? Is that... Can I get the... Can someone put up a list of fan game jumps, please? Fan game jumps. I know there's a hilarious image somewhere. I specifically want the meme one with the sombrero jump. I mean, you're always welcome to come back, but if you should head out, you should head out. Dude, why when you google.com search fan game jumps do you not get what you're looking for? Oh, I think there's a link to it on Delfruit. There's a link to the non-meme one at the very least. Maybe not. I swear to God it's somewhere. It's gotta be somewhere, dude. I fucking give up. Well, if you wanna go, then what are you doing here, Nicholas? I'm just fucking Googling for an image. Oh, some streamer I am. I would continue that if I remembered literally any lyrics to that song other than "Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you go." But I don't. So... like, I can kind of understand what part of the song it's in when you write those lyrics, but I have no fucking clue what comes after that. Because I know it doesn't immediately jump into "Never gonna give you up." At some point he says, "You're too shy to say it." I never really memorize lyrics to songs, honestly. You know the rules, and so do I. There you go. It's coming back. Something about a full commitment or something? I definitely remember one of the lines coming next has commitment in it, but... Okay, I need to focus. Straighten up. Come on. It's just that easy. Oh, it is simply just that easy, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe Google it. No. I like the mystery. But yeah, I am very bad at remembering lyrics to songs, honestly. Unless I, like, put a serious effort into remembering the lyrics, it never happens. Yeah, that's definitely one of those moments. Like, whenever I fucking succeed, my instant reaction is, "You've done it. Take your hands off the keyboard. There's nothing to worry about anymore." But obviously that's not the kind of game I'm playing, and I should try and remember that for the future. Now you're going. Now that you've seen me grasp a victory and have it slip away, now is the time to depart. Alright, see ya, Necklace. Have fun with your manga. I'll be here. Dude, I can't believe I actually choked that, though. I mean, it wasn't... It wasn't fully a choke. It was, blind trust that shouldn't have been. I thought I knew the rules, but... clearly, I was misguided. This is a game that'll play with your heartstrings. Pull you in close just to push you away. Okay. Dude, it's never gonna happen. I was making progress. I was making progress for the first... Well, I don't have a decent timer. I guess for the first, like, 40 minutes, probably. 30 minutes? I don't know. If only I hadn't delayed my timer, I would have a better understanding of how long this has been. Like, when I saw this screen, there was no indication in my head that this would be a sticking point. The screen is not even particularly hard. I just particularly suck. Get the align. The align that I'm so bad with aligns. Like, I have no idea if that was actually a different align than I was already on. And I have no idea if that's a good align for me. I didn't even remember to press the jump button there. Let's just hope that the new align I got is gonna... Well, actually, wait. What did I align against? I'm probably losing my align by sliding up against that block. Oh, and I'm definitely hitting my head there, which is ruining whatever align I might have at the save point. So, like, to explain aligns, like, very slightly, because, like I said, I don't really know the ins and outs of them. I know at least the concept and, you know, what it is. So... Oh, I don't even know enough to tell you what the minimum amount the kid can move is. If I had to guess, I would say, like... I mean, let me get a quick reference here. I have no fucking clue, and I can't tell from that reference. I know that there's, like, a minimum amount you can move on one frame, right? And, like, you always move in intervals of that. I'm just gonna say 3, okay? I'm gonna say you move 3 pixels per frame of input. And there's no momentum in these games. The movement is completely digital. If you are pressing input to the left or right, you move to the left or right. It's that simple. There's one set speed. So what are aligns then? Well, in this hypothetical world where you move 3 pixels per frame, because I'm not actually sure if that's the physics, that means... Math time. That means... that you're always skipping over 2 possible pixel positions, right? And you will never, ever be able to exist on those pixel positions unless you align yourself along the edge of a wall. If you align yourself as such, you will change your pixel alignment, is I think what people refer to it as, but when your alignment is changed, that means that you can now... It's basically a parallel universe. Let's not dump things down. We all know what it is. Aligns are placing your kid in a parallel universe that they otherwise have no way of accessing. So it just changes what, like if you can imagine, like, all of the possible horizontal positions that the kid could be on, it would alternate every 3 pixels, and there would just be a line of, like, yep, he can be here, every 3 pixels. And when you align yourself with a wall that is on a different pixel alignment, it changes what horizontal line so you can actually move your kid in. There, that's the really far too complicated explanation for a very simple concept. But yeah, being aligned makes certain jumps possible that otherwise are completely impossible. Please, you son of a bitch, dude. I tried so hard. I tried so hard to shoot that. How did I mess up so horribly? Yeah, so like certain jumps are impossible unless you have a certain align that, you know, corresponds with that kind of jump. The thing that's tricky is that, like, because there's only 3 possible alignments, like, you would think it's not that hard. But it's like a lot of, to me, kind of unnecessary knowledge that I wish fan game creators would steer away from. But it is kind of an interesting platforming mechanic to be like, yeah, you can't do this jump unless you go to this wall, but like at the same time, it's no different than being like, you can't do this jump unless you press this button, and that is like understandable to literally everybody on the planet, whereas aligns are just kind of like arbitrary knowledge that you wouldn't have unless you either saw somebody's spreadsheet explaining them or played a fan game that kind of explains them. Because it doesn't affect most jumps. Like, most jumps, aligns won't affect at all. But some of the more extremely precise jumps definitely depend on certain alignments. And the tricky thing about them is because, like, what I just did there, I fell off that and I slid to the side of the block, and I could have jumped out of it, but I am bad. That could be a required align. Like, say that this jump wasn't easy, and say that all of this shit was spikes and I couldn't get an align off of it. Like, the game could force me to do, like, some fucking wacky align that I wouldn't really think of at first glance. So there are some interesting platforming things you can do with it, and it definitely does push the precision, because, like I said, only the extremely precise, very difficult jumps really require aligns. But there are some jumps that are, like, very common that don't require aligns, but are significantly easier to do with certain aligns. And that's the kind of information that, like, you would really never know that unless someone told you it, right? Because you can just brute force the jump and it'll work even if you're on, like, the worst possible align, and you'll be like, wow, that jump's brutally fucking difficult. And then if someone who's actually good and knows a lot about fan games saw you play, they would be like, holy shit, dude, what are you fucking doing? If you just rub your face along that block over there, that jump is like 10 times easier. So, it's, it's kind of in a weird spot, where I'm not really entirely certain how I feel about it. But, you know. Who am I to judge, right? Who am I to judge if fan game creators think it's a good thing to put in their games? There are definitely some fan games that do, like, a better job of it than others. Like games that let you either press a button to show you aligns required, or that just, like, indicate it by coloring spikes and coloring certain wall segments or whatever. Like, there are ways you can visually indicate what aligns you need, but, like, most games don't do that, honestly. And like I said, for the case where... Okay, let me focus real quick. Oh, he's done it. I really shouldn't be using my ground. Oh wait, some of the ground is permanent. That was bad. What was I saying? I was saying something deep and insightful, I'm sure. As always. When am I ever not? in the case where okay, I see. It's just a grid. In the case where it's a jump that is made easier by an align, and not just made possible by an align, you would definitely not expect a game that has a jump like that. Like, I'm pretty sure corner jumps... Oh god, I keep jumping into it. I'm pretty sure corner jumps are a jump that's made easier with aligns. Yo, thanks for the follow, dog. I like, barely heard that notification. Did that come through my speakers, dude? Sorry my notifications are all fucked. I'm pretty sure it happens when I accidentally open OBS before I plug in my headphones. And I'm pretty sure what just happened is that the notification was played through my speakers and not my headphones, which means it was probably not picked up on stream. But at least the visual indication was there. So yeah, you wouldn't expect a game that has a completely optional align to be like, this is what aligns are, you know? Like, here's how you do this jump. I know it's not impossible without aligns, but I'm gonna tell you about aligns anyways. Because then people who really just don't give a shit and just want to do the platforming are gonna be overfilled with information that is completely unnecessary to them. One of these days. This is a kind of interesting room. I feel like what I want to do is... Well, I guess it's random, isn't it? Yeah. I was gonna say I want to find out where the tiles fall from first, but I had already mentally taken note that it was random. I keep fucking up the timing of when the tiles actually move at you. That's the main thing that's killing me right here. Because I jump prematurely and I'm like, I'm gonna jump over it while it's coming at me. But then I just jump like 3 full seconds ahead of time and die. It's probably better if I stand in the center. So lines are a weird thing, and I'm not fully certain that any game can do them in a way where I'll be fully satisfied. I think it's just always going to be one of those weird things that I don't really like about fan games, but I understand why other people like them, and why fan game creators still use them. Because it is like one of those things that kind of pushes the boundaries of the engine and the physics without changing the engine and physics. And for people who are really into pushing the boundaries of what is possible in a fan game, it makes sense that they would continue to use those. But there are more gimmicky ways people have pushed the boundaries of difficulty, like speed change stuff and gravity stuff is something a lot of people fiddle with. Nang did aligns perfectly, so I didn't beat Nang, but I have played it to the point where they got to the aligns, and like being able to press a button to, you know, show you what spikes are actually affected by aligns and what walls you need to rub up against to get the specific aligns. I think it's definitely a better solution than just not telling you anything. For sure. But to me, it'll still always feel kind of weird as a thing in the game. Like, it is innately weird. Like, it is kind of taking advantage of some, at least compared to other video games, some kind of bugginess with the platforming. Like, in most cases, you would either say a jump that requires certain alignment is either something that shouldn't be possible, or you would say that a jump that somebody requires you to do with an align is something that shouldn't be done. But it's fairly openly accepted in fan games, which is it's weird. It's definitely weird. I'm not gonna say it's good or bad. It's up to the individual to decide. But, you know, like I said, I'm still not fully certain on whether I even think it's good or bad. I just think it's definitely, there are some cases where it's bad. Like, if a game is not going to explain aligns to you at all, and if a game is just going to expect you to know what aligns you need for certain jumps, that's obviously bad. But most people would argue that that's not bad because aligns are bad. Most people would argue that's just bad because the developer did a poor job of utilizing aligns, and that aligns aren't the problem, but the developer was. Which is probably, honestly, where I fall, is that I think it can be an interesting, fun mechanic, but some developers are going to take the somewhat lazy route of minimal effort and just put in jumps that require aligns, but not go through any sort of effort explaining that to the player. I can just, can't I? I should just be able to make it up to the portal without waiting for all of these. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Are you talking about... Are you talking about, like, aligns themselves being in the original I Wanna Be the Guy, or are you saying that the original I Wanna Be the Guy had jumps that required aligns? Because I... Oh, I have to wait for this one at the very least. Well, there you go. Awesome. I haven't played the original I Wanna Be the Guy, so if there are jumps... I mean, I'm sure, like I said, there are some jumps that are made easier by aligns, because there are plenty more jumps that are made easier by aligns than there are made strictly possible with aligns. But at least as far as I know, I'm pretty sure that Kyan did not put forced aligns in the original I Wanna Be the Guy, but I don't fucking know. It has a speedrun strat that requires one? Okay. That's understandable. Oh god. Now that I know I can actually do this screen significantly faster. Dude. I'm gonna go for it. But yeah, I definitely don't, like, blame people for keeping the default physics, because, like, that's just the way the engine works. And it would be kind of weird to... Damn. It would be kind of weird to change the physics. Like, fan games that do alter the default physics are typically kind of gross feeling. Especially if they add, like, oh, boss? Really? Especially if they add momentum or some shit. I did not realize I was that close to the first boss in this game. I mean, maybe this isn't a boss? I'm pretty sure I've seen people stuck on this, so I'm gonna call it a boss. Yeah. Oh, dude, I was right. Let's go. I was right about the minimum frame movement when I was explaining the physics. Yeah, 3 pixels per frame. I figured that's what you meant. 3 pixels per second would be something else. Yeah. It isn't something that could really be done. Like, you either, if you want it to stay similar, you would have to have the frame rate tripled and just make him move it 1 pixel per frame. Then the game would feel normal, probably. But, you would probably run into other weird things, honestly. But then, at the very least, aligns wouldn't actually exist. It would just be, you know, all jumps should theoretically be possible from any alignment. I honestly feel like that wouldn't work, though. Like, in my head, thinking about how the physics would work, I'm pretty sure that would just introduce more problems than it would actually fix anything. It's just... platformers typically aren't pushed to the level of precision that fan games are. I don't really think you can have a game with this level of precision that doesn't have some sort of weirdness to it. I'm pretty sure no matter what, you're always going to be stuck with a little bit of jankiness. Alright. Can't even get out of the avoidance section of the boss. I'm not actually sure if there's anything other than avoidance, though. Hopefully not, because I'm really bad at fucking shooting quickly. And even worse, remembering to shoot while I'm supposed to be attacking something. Or sorry, while I'm supposed to be dodging. You can see my focus completely flies out the window when I'm trying to do a boss. Oh, I thought I could run under that. Definitely not my strong suit. This'll probably be where I'm going to be stuck at until I end stream, honestly. I'm not sure how long the boss is. If it's reasonably short, then it's possible I might be able to beat it before ending stream, but we'll see. I've had a lot more fun with this than I thought I would, though. My initial feelings of how I thought this would go were much, much worse. I thought I was not going to be able to progress at all, but here I am. I'm definitely going to have a much more difficult time of progressing as the game moves forward. Dude, what the fuck? Even the original Super Mario Bros. That's true. Like, there's definitely some jank to SMB1. Noted by the fact that every single any percent, well, just speedrun in general for SMB1 is commented with hundreds and hundreds of, isn't he getting hit by that piranha plant? Shouldn't he have been dead on that piranha plant there? I feel that maybe this speedrunner is actually cheating, because if you pause the video on these several frames, you will see that he is actually touching a piranha plant? That's basically how I view SMB1 speedrun comments. I do not see why the streamer is so nervous and has a heart rate monitor when you can clearly see them running through projectiles. Forgot to turn off your cheats, I guess. I could do this all day. But that was also on NES. So, like, you gotta give that the jank credit of, like, it gets a jank pass, I think, for being on NES. There is, like, an innate level of jank unavoidable with the NES. That being said, there's definitely an innate level of jank with the fucking tool that I Want to Be the Guy was originally developed on. I forget the name of it, but I did try my hand at making my own fan game in the original game creation tool that Kyan used. And I think, didn't Solgren also use that tool when he made Bocce? It's true fucking garbage. Like, it is really, really awful. So I definitely don't blame Kyan for the level of jank he inspired. Was it really? I thought it was something else. Dude, I thought I didn't, assuming MMF is Multimedia Flash. Because that's what I know it as the acronym for. Maybe I did try it out. I had told my friend, like, a few days ago that I've never experimented with Multimedia Flash, because I didn't think that that's what, I Want to Be the Guy was made in. But if it was, then I definitely have tried it out. Multimedia Fusion. That sounds more right. I don't know what you're talking about, man. At least the version of Multimedia Fusion that I downloaded, I would not call a comparable creation tool to any of the modern creation tools available. May have been decent for the time, because I Want to Be the Guy is certainly a little bit aged at this point. But I don't really, like, I wasn't into game development immediately when I Want to Be the Guy came out, so... Game Maker 8 is super solid. I have no complaints with Game Maker. I haven't used it that much, so I'm sure I would have complaints if I used it more. But, from the minimal experience I have in Game Maker, it's not bad. It's also weird that, I don't know, it's very strange to me that, like, people have gone through the serious effort of, like, porting the... I mean, you can't really call it the same engine, but I'm gonna say, like, the I Want to Be the Guy engine to Game Maker to make it more accessible to develop in. I don't doubt that. I definitely don't doubt that either. But hey, that's part of the fun of making games, is you don't have to be a good coder. You can still make something functional that people enjoy. And for some reason, borrow from repeatedly and repeatedly to this day. I mean, I haven't tried to make a fan game in ages, so I don't doubt that there's more than one. But I just knew that at least one person, like, fully recreated a fairly acceptable and easily plug-inable fan game creation tool that just goes straight into Game Maker. But I mean, even more so to my point, that it's fucking wild that multiple people would do something like that. One of these days, I'll get to the actual start of the boss fight. Because I'm not convinced that the boss fight has started yet. They're throwing in so many various avoidance assets that surely none of these can be the real boss. I'm not expecting a health bar or anything, but I also wouldn't be that surprised if I did see a health bar at some point. Not gonna spoil anything. Don't blame you. It's part of the fun. I am curious how close I am, though. Because the farthest I've gotten in this seemed a little tricky. Like, that's always the weird thing about avoidances for me. is like a lot of avoidances are super heavily pattern-based. To where it's like, yeah, you can literally stand in like one single position, or there's like one set of movement that makes the avoidance completely trivial. Which I kind of hate. Like, I really don't like avoidances that are super just like... I prefer, as weird as this is, because I know that like this is definitely contrary to literally everybody else. And I'm sure if I ever make it to boss rush in this, I'm gonna eat my own words. K2 doesn't have health bars at all, aside from boss rush bosses. Gotcha. I will probably eat my words if I ever make it to boss rush, but I prefer avoidances that lean more towards randomness than they do towards patterns. Because for me, patterns let developers be like, well, the attack is completely free if you stand in this one spot, which means we can throw it at the player at fucking lightning speeds, and they can't complain because it's 100% consistently dodgeable if they stand in the exact perfect spot. Or if they do the exact specific movements that they want them to, so really, I don't see why anybody could complain. It just it gives developers too free of a pass. Now, all of the shit I'm dying to here is random, except this, like, spray from the card guy, which I got hit by once, and then I was like, okay, don't stand there. And I haven't gotten hit by since. Which is kind of, you know, as explained, why I don't really like patterns. This isn't bad. I have played some other avoidances, though. I have played, I don't know, like, there are tons of fan games that are literally just avoidances, and I've seen more than I've played. Out of the ones I've played, I think I've played like a couple, but I don't remember some of the names because they were on a different PC. And I don't have the files for them, but I can just really quickly look at the name of one of them. Oh, I might have deleted it. Fuck, dude. I'm never gonna find it then. I think it was I Wanna Be the Purple or something. But like, there's so many avoidance fan games that are literally just an avoidance put to music. And that's fine. They're like super flashy and like cool to watch, but not the best player experience in my opinion. Because like, you know, a lot of them are super heavily pattern based, and a lot of them is just trial and error until you learn them. But even then, there is still some admitted difficulty to the really long ones, in which it's like a serious endurance challenge. Even if you have everything memorized, just the, like, even if nothing is super extremely difficult, just the fact that there are a lot of pretty difficult things that you have to do in a row for like 10 minutes straight is impressive. But definitely not what I get excited about when I think of a boss fight. The beginner avoidance, yeah. Does not surprise me that that's the one I picked. But like, I have obviously seen some shit that just, ooh, I don't even know what to do looking at them. Like what is the game that did the ball originally? Was it, I used to know the name of it. But you know the one, the big sphere. The sphere that you have infinite jumps through. Oh shit. Meteor Stream doesn't sound right if that's in reference to what I was saying with the ball. but maybe that's the first one, I don't know. Sunspike! There you go, that's the one. I've played a bit of Sunspike, but the game ramps up in difficulty very fast, so I stopped Sunspike. And that's why I'm playing K2, the beginner-friendly game. I did say I was never good at fan games. Don't expect too much out of me. But yeah, the ball is, like, hilarious and very cool to look at, but also, like, I disrespect it. Although, to be fair, the ball is seemingly easier to sight read than a lot of other avoidance things I've seen. Like, especially when avoidances fucking flip your screen all over the place, and you literally can't even tell what the fuck is happening. That shit ain't the most sight-readable. I also super respect... Oh shit, I didn't even think I was gonna live that. Meteor Stream was in reference to endurance avoidance, gotcha. I've definitely heard the name Meteor Stream, so it wouldn't surprise me if I've seen that too. I respect avoidances that let you practice with multiple hits. That might be true too. And also, to the developers' side of things, most of the time when they're flipping the screen all over the place, there aren't actually any threats if you just stand still. But, you know, it's still like, you don't know, maybe they're gonna throw a threat at you there, who fucking knows, dude? Who fucking knows? Okay. I did see that guy spawned on the right side the last time I got to that phase, but I was just hoping he always spawns on the opposite side of you. No. No, he does not. He does not spawn on the opposite side of you. He doesn't care about telefragging. That's fine. But that is literally the exact shit I'm talking about, is just... It's just fuck you. If you don't know what's coming next, you have to die. You are forced to die there. The first time, if you did it wrong. By random chance. Punished for no reason. Gotta be in the center. I seem to be okay on the left side, but I honestly don't really remember the first time I encountered that. Maybe he just always telefrags you if you're on the side pillars. Oh shit, don't fucking read chat while the fight starts. I have no reference for, or, yeah, vantage point, reference point for naming avoidance fights. Like, I can remember Sunspike, I remember the ball, and I can remember hearing the name Meteor Stream, but I'm not sure if I've ever actually seen it. I would have to check after the stream ends. Because I'm not sure. I should have stayed on my death screen longer and tried to figure out what's actually happening on that phase. Okay, no, you're fine on the left side. Except for the shower of blue bullets. Okay, it seems like the very center... Well, no, now everything is dangerous. Okay. I'm gonna assume that the attack would have ended by now, but is just continuing because I'm dead. You could look up the clear video. I could. I could. And I probably will after stream. It's relatively new. That explains why I have not heard that one in particular. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that this attack is not endless. And I probably would have been safe if I just went to the center. Alright. Noted. I do want to be on the edge for the star attack, though, because it's a lot easier if you have some actual time to dodge. Or see what's coming ahead of time before you dodge, more accurately. It's not that bad on these, though. Like, the first two. I mean, it's because the projectiles come from far away anyways and are generally slow. I mean, I'll try and stay in the center, but it seems harder immediately. Ah! Holy shit, how did I live there? It's comparable to last TIS in terms of infamy and difficulty, and that says a lot. Well, I would have to know what last TIS is. So, I appreciate the attempt to bring it to something I can recognize, but unfortunately did not hit the nail on that one. Although I might actually know what you're talking about and just suck at acronyms. It's also plausible. Avoidances really make your eyes unfocus. Like, after looking at an avoidance fight for long enough, you just kind of glaze over, dude. Just kind of glaze over. Don't even see the kid anymore, I just see blondes, brunettes, redheads. One of these days I'll make actual progress. At least I'm not on a really easy platforming screen, though. Like, I can be satisfied getting stuck on a boss because it's like an entirely different skill set that I already know I'm bad at. But when I'm doing fucking little baby's first platformer and getting stuck on a screen, that's a different level of pain. Think Colonel from K3, but harder. And 13 minutes long with 5 phases. Ouch. Ouch, dude. Yeah, that sounds rough. Definitely don't expect that in my future. I just don't... I don't know. Like, I downloaded I Want to Be the Purple, so obviously I see some appeal in avoidances, but maybe I can toss that off as being some immature youngling. No offense, by the way. But yeah, I don't see the appeal to avoidances that much anymore. Although, you know, some games obviously are just going to kind of force you into them. If you're not playing strictly needle only, hardcore needlers for life, if you're not a needler, get out. Video games. You're gonna have the occasional avoidance thrown in. Unavoidable. Haha. Alright, so what if I just stood here? And shot that guy? Sticky keys? No, dude, I fucking... That actually, for a second, I thought the game crashed. I knew correctly to try and run away from it, but it still fucking got me, dude. Only one person's ever cleared last TIS. It was never meant to be cleared. Ah. One of those TAS onlys. Gotcha. I didn't realize that was sticky keys at first. My first reaction was, dude, the game crashed when I got to the farthest point in the fight. Bullshit. They tricked me. I knew I couldn't trust this game with my heart. Yeah. Like, I could tell immediately as soon as I jumped that was the wrong decision. And I can't help myself. I saw that you said something else, and my immediate reaction was, look at chat immediately, but that's probably a bad idea. Oh! Interesting. That's what kind of contest you mean. I thought it was just a contest to, like, make the most visually interesting avoidance fight. But yeah, that's a lot cooler that someone actually beat it. I imagine that nobody beat it during the contest, if only one person to this date has ever beaten it. How far did the contestants actually get, if you know that kind of information off the top of your head? Because that's something that would be interesting. Ah, fuck. "13 minutes, though. That's absurd. I assume they knew it was 13 minutes ahead of time, so I can guarantee the morale of the contestants was at an all-time low. Expectations of success completely destroyed before it even began. But yeah, I kind of dropped out of fan games. I watched the occasional fan game stream, but I haven't played fan games, and I haven't caught up, like, super well with the, you know, general ongoings of the community for a couple years. Nobody cleared it during the contest, and you don't know the detail, damn. Those are the details I desire. I want to know that people only made it 3 minutes in. Alright, we're getting somewhere this time. This attack is definitely the hardest so far. But it's not really that bad. I just am really bad myself. Eastern community thing? Ah. That does make it kind of hard to approach. Understandable. I wonder how much is left of this after the sticky keys. Hopefully not too much, but it's not particularly long. God damn it, dude. It's not particularly long, so I also wouldn't be that surprised if it goes on a decent while further. I was expecting to have to shoot something at some point, but I guess it's not completely out of the ordinary for a strictly avoidance fight. It's just I didn't think that K2 had a strictly avoidance fight. And like some things, like you can you can avoid spoilers all you want, but unfortunately, some things are impossible to avoid if you are aware of fan games and have watched the occasional fan game stream. So I do know some of the bosses in this game, but I don't know like all of their attacks or anything, I just know of them. Like, is the Sun and Moon in this one, or is that K3? Because the Sun and Moon is the one that stands out most in my head, is like incredibly Kamilia energy. I just don't remember which one it is. And I mean, no one really talks about K1, so I would assume it's not that one. The general consensus of the matter seems to be that K1 is, like, pretty hot ass. I did see when I was downloading this that at least one person disagrees with that, though. Like, the most recent review for K2 was claiming that K2 is the worst of the series, which is a strange take from everything I have heard about K1. But they seem to be particularly upset about the boss rush, which is fine. Although I can't imagine the K2 boss rush is worse than the K3 one, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. That's likely the case, regardless of the situation. K1, is it beloved in some parts of the community? And I'm just the outlier here. Oh, dude. But yo, what's up? And also, now that I can mouse over your emote and see that that is angry and not a heart at the top left. I was gonna say that makes your opinions more clear, but I honestly could go either way at this point. I don't know if that's angry at me for saying K1 is bad, or angry at K1 for being bad. Anybody's guess. But at first glance of that emote, I did immediately think the two red angry lines were a heart. I'm surprised so many people are coming out to watch fan games, though, especially when I'm so ass. I mean, I knew the community was pretty sick nasty, but, I mean, just in general, for any game on Twitch, the, communities are pretty hard to break into. People typically just enjoy certain streamers and stick to that. At least that's what I do, so I'm kind of guilty of it myself. You'll leave it a mystery. K1 is truly a game. No taking that away. But yeah, like, considering... because I played a lot of random-ass games on Twitch, including plenty that have, like, empty directories, and a decent amount of people following said directories, but, have never had, like, anybody actually come in and communicate in said streams. It's typically just, I could have actually done something there. It's typically just, people will pop in, see me, see my disgusting face, and be like, ugh, ugh, who the fuck is this? And then immediately leave. That's what I'm used to. So this is a pleasant surprise. And I'm also enjoying myself at that. Who would have thought? K1 speedrun. I have yet to watch one. But since I'm probably never going to play K1, I might check that out after stream. Like, with how easy some of these attacks are, it's progressively more and more embarrassing how long it's taking me to get back to, my previous best. I really like that description of K1. I need to do a blind K1 playthrough. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. We'll see how K2 goes. But I guess all it takes is one person to posit interest. And I guess fine. I'll consider it. But yeah, considering I do at least want to get somewhere in this game. At least to the point where I hit like an actual genuine wall where I cannot proceed without grinding for an immense amount of time. Surprise, surprise, I know what comes to mind most when I say those words is boss rush. Hopefully it doesn't come as too much of a shocker when I say that I am likely to hit a wall well before boss rush. K3 is a banger of a newbie game. Don't know about that one. I mean, most people would meme about that with K2 also, but K2 is surprisingly easier than I thought it would be. Like, my impressions of how this was gonna go were much, much more dire. Because I really had no idea what to expect, but, like, I had already set out in my head that this sounded like a fun idea, and then I checked the difficulty on Delfruit, and was like, yeah, that's reasonably higher than the hardest fan game I've ever actually completed. But, let's give it a shot. Yeah, imagine knowing what you're talking about with different K3 versions. Wouldn't that be wild? Yeah, no, this actually doesn't seem that bad. Difficulty-wise. But just from chilling in other fan game streams, I got the impression that it wouldn't be a good idea to start out with. But actually playing it feels very different. Damn. Doubled projectile count. All of the boss rush bosses, huh? That's the kind of thing that completely splits the community. That's the kind of thing where you'll get people who are saying, oh, you beat K3? 1.5? Are you a baby? That's immediately what I think of when I see that. Exactly. Playthrough is invalid. Dude, the worst dodges of all time. But somehow I'm still here. Like, it really does feel like it would be better for me if I was dodging this attack from down here, just because of the way the next attack starts out. But it's a little bit on the trickier side. But honestly, probably not by that much, because by standing on the far edge, the bullets speed up. So it probably washes out even as far as difficulty goes, whether it's better to stand on the far pillar or in the middle. So let's try standing in the middle for a little bit. See how it goes. I think the slowness of the bullets may help me out. But then again, I'm gonna need a lot of help, apparently. Nobody gives a shit about boss rush. Yeah. I imagine it's still really tough. Slightly more appropriately difficult. Yes, I am familiar with the piano. $400, dude? I do not want to imagine. That just sounds miserable regardless of what you're doing. Like, doing anything that, in theory... I mean, I'm not sure how long Kernel usually takes, but I'm just gonna estimate, in theory... Oh shit, why am I standing there? Doing anything that, in theory, could take, like, 5 to 8 minutes to beat, and spending 400 hours on it sounds miserable. It's really just this one attack, dude. I can't get it. I can't get it. You specifically remember watching it, but you don't remember who it was? Ugh. Insult to injury. They were dying on the cross. Sacrificing themselves for your sins. And you don't even have the decency to remember their name. Kernel could take way longer than 8 minutes. Ouch. Don't like the thought of that being in my future. Nice. Completely unavoidable. Got walled. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Impossible boss fight. Ah, shit. Yeah, it does sound pretty scary. I do really like that as a concept in bosses, though. Like, I'm aware, like I said, of the Sun and Moon fight, though I forget which Kamilia game it's in. I really love... Oh shit, that's probably not the way you want to approach that. I really love the, like, the concept of the dice that makes you go through anywhere from incredibly easy platforming jump to fairly difficult. That is hilarious, and... the luck factor aside, I just think it's really cool to incorporate, like, the main thing of a game, which in this case I would say the main thing is platforming, into a boss fight. Which is why in something like Super Meat Boy, for example, the best boss fights were those that were just platforming. Oh, I didn't realize that guy just comes from wherever you're standing. Can't move. Oh, fuck, dude. I forgot the apples still move. Shine and Brighter K3. They're Cancer? What? I always loved the idea of Shine and Bright. Like I said, I haven't experienced it myself, and I haven't seen too much of it in streams, because whenever I see that boss fight, I'm like, the streamer's gonna be here for decades, and then I leave. But in theory, the fight seems cool. Wow, dude. When K3 came out, you were one of the first to beat it. Didn't realize I was talking to an absolute professional gamer. Nobody told me. Beat Shine and Bright, but not K3. Yeah, that's what I read that as. Still. Professional gamer regardless. I haven't beaten Shine and Bright. What do I have to my name? Can someone please refresh me on the actual word for this kind of game, though? Like, I tried desperately to figure out the right word earlier, but it didn't come to mind. I called it an assimilation game, because my brain is broken. I just can't think of the word. Like, it's a general use word. It's not just like a fucking niche fan game word. Medley! Thank you! There it is. There it is. I also wasn't aware of if screens are changed at all in this game. I'm under the impression that they changed some of the screens. Maybe not all of them, but I honestly have no clue. I would imagine that some screens are changed, though, because otherwise, you know. Who wants to play a game where the only unique content is bosses? At least mix it up a little bit. Just a tiny mix-up, just to throw you off, you know? Enough where you can argue that I took inspiration from the screen. I did not merely copy it. You're saying that my Medley game is just a clone? That I am simply stealing? I was inspired. Again, I'm not going to take a stance one way or another on the subject. In general, though, I mean, at least from what I've seen, Medley games seem alright. But I can also see the argument going the other way. If you played a shit ton of fan games and have already played most of the fan games that the screens are taking from, it would feel kind of weird. They buff screens, but sometimes leave the same. Some of them are nerfed, some of them are buffed, some stay the same. I don't doubt that a lot of Medley games are just fucking stolen, quote-unquote. Stolen? I mean, I'm just gonna say stolen content. I don't doubt that a fair amount are just like, well, other people are doing it, so I can do it and be successful too. But that's not, you know, that's not someone setting out to be a Medley game creator. That's like one step of inspiration removed. So you will find shit in every genre. I'm sure of it. Oh, I almost got walled. I would have left a fairly angry review. Ah. Gotcha. my favorite Kamilia-like cultured too. At least from what I've seen of cultured, it also looks decent. But I honestly haven't seen that much, so maybe I'm wrong. Three Sweep War. It's like, I can kind of get what you guys are saying, but then sometimes you throw a curveball, and I would never know if you're playing a sick prank on me, and you just collectively agreed to make up a game that doesn't exist at all. Any game that takes you to Oklahoma, huh? Cultured 1 and 2 are good. I've seen general positivity about those two. Yo, come on, though. I mean, I should have been in a better position, but... C1 forced you to learn Minesweeper. I like the sound of that. Which brings me to the topic of when I got good at Minesweeper, which was pretty recently. And I wouldn't even say I'm that good, but like, decent, I guess. There's a roguelike on Steam called Dungeon Crawl, which is literally just Minesweeper with an extra layer on top of it. That's what made me play Minesweeper. And then I realized that I kind of hate the game, because the game takes a very hard stance on saying that it's good if you sometimes die to RNG, which I kind of hate. Not the kind of difficulty I can agree with in a game that's literally just based on random chance and numbers that you can't control. I would not say it is good if you lose to random chance sometimes. But that's my hot take on the matter of losing. Speedrunning Minesweeper. I imagine you definitely sat at the cool kid table during lunch. Minesweeper was definitely the rage when I was in school, at the very least. Yeah, that's one way you can do that attack. Alright, let's focus for a little bit. I feel like I've been doing significantly worse since I decided to stand in the middle, so maybe go back to the left platform. Maybe we'll see how that goes for a little bit. I don't think I've gotten it to work a single time, standing in the middle. Maybe once. So, probably should have avoided doing that for as long as I did. Abandoned that ship a little bit sooner. It really doesn't seem that much better over here, though. God. Does Kamilia have Minesweeper? How many games decide to shove Minesweeper in it? It seems like a very strange thing to just shove in a fan game. Not that weird compared to other things that are shoved into fan games, though. I'm back to not understanding a single word you guys are saying again. I love it. Dude. At least it gives me some actual opportunity to focus on the boss fight. Minigame stage sounds fun. In concept. Though I can also imagine it being frustrating for people who just want to play the game if it's required to get past. Because I am not really sure what guest stage entails in terms of whether it's required or not. Okay. Dude, I swear to God, my eyes are just fucking broken. Sounds fun. It does sound fun. Who doesn't like a minigame bonanza? Break the gameplay loop every once in a while. Okay, that was a bad dodge. Should not have decided it was a good idea to try and split the needle there. Oh, dude. Ah. I see. And that's after boss rush, yeah? That's kind of a weird way to push your game after, like, what most would consider the hardest part. Or at least the grindiest part. Oh, fucking come on, dude. I really should try and move to the center a little bit sooner, but... Kamilia area. Literally the first thing. Sick, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of strange. I would have figured that would be a good opportunity to put your hardest stage of exclusively custom-created courses. Not a guest stage with a mini-game section. But hey, to each their own. I appreciate the confidence in when you beat this boss instead of if you beat this boss. That's the kind of shit keeping me going. Alright, let's try and stand here. Like, take a compromise. Ugh. Not sure how I feel about Gradius. I don't need to eat. I have food in the fridge. This is a no food zone. And also, as I started out the stream, I mentioned the reason I started stream so late was because I feel a little bit sickly. I feel better than I did when I woke up, but still the idea of eating food is not the most appealing to me right now. Awesome. Dude, it's no fair. When you have a chat that goes really slow, it's too easy to do a combo emote. Not that that is a combo emote, but you could have. And the thought of that is sickening. I hope everybody in chat knows that it is your sole obligation upon entering any chat room on Twitch to prevent people from comboing. Oh, that was completely unnecessary jump, dude. Protect yourself, even from yourself. I imagine that the confidence came from me actually being pretty close to the end of the boss fight. I can't imagine you would have so much confidence in me beating this unless it ends very quickly after the sticky keys meme. Because if there's a significant amount left after sticky keys, I definitely wouldn't be confident in myself. Oh, fuck, dude. If I had just jumped earlier. I've done a bit of Boshi, but, I don't know. Boshi just feels kind of icky. I know that literally the physics are a little bit off, but even outside of that, I don't know. It's just like a little bit sticky in some places. Spoilers are as allowed as anybody in particular wants them to be. I'm not going to be super pissed if you tell me how close I am to the end of a fight. It might take a little bit of the fun away if you tell me, like, exactly how to do a specific section or something, but, like, if you're just like, hey, you're at the halfway point at sticky keys, I'm not going to be too upset. Because that's immediately what I would think sticky keys is, but... because it's so short if it ends soon after sticky keys. Oh, fuck. Oh, Solgren and K2? Even better. Like I said, to each their own. You don't have to tell me, Icy. Yes, I was planning on saying other notable person in chat's name, but I'm just going to be very straightforward. I don't know if the start of your name is an L or a capital I, and I'm embarrassed prematurely before I even guess. But I'm gonna say Ixie. And I definitely can't read the Korean part. Lixie, fuck dude, I gotta end stream early. I made a reprehensible act live on stream. Unbelievable. I shouldn't have guessed, man. I should have just lived my entire life choosing to never say your name out loud. Would have been a better life. Like, I don't even know enough to tell how difficult that is. If you're falling in from above, I can guess that that would be hard. That's about all I can say about that tiny cropped image of a screen. Oh, it's an achievement. Okay. That makes more sense. Because I was not pulling that much context out of the actual jump displayed. It's really fucked up how they turn the ground into a conveyor belt just on that frame to push you into the star. I mean, I knew the game had some trolls, but I didn't really think they'd do that to me in the middle of a boss fight. Oh well, now I know for the future. Dude. Just the worst dodging. I feel like I've just gotten worse and worse the longer I've gone into this fight. Probably actually the case, considering, like, one of my first attempts was, like, right before sticky keys, and I can, like, never get back there. So inconsistent. Yeah! It's, like, I imagine it's a lot more enjoyable to stream fan games if you're actually good at them. Like, what must that be like? Making progress, dude. I used to be there. Minutes ago. That was a sick dodge. And I get props for that one. That completely unnecessary dodge. Really fucked up how they turned that side pillar into a conveyor belt to make you walk off the edge. Like, I knew this game had trolls and all, but I didn't think that they would do that in the middle of a boss fight, etc., etc. Yeah! I don't know what to take of that comment with the capo put after it. I don't know if part of what you're saying has any truth to it, or what. I don't necessarily doubt it, but Kappa could mean anything in today's society. You don't see Kappa that often, really. At least I don't. It's a dying breed. Alright, let's try middle again. I feel more comfortable on the left side for some reason. It's actually very easy. That's the thing you need to know. Okay, now take a mental note. Yellow is gonna go up. No, it's not over. I seriously was like pixels away from winning when I clipped my head on the fucking sticky keys sign earlier. I love it. Alright, I want to go a little bit into this, because I miss platforming. I miss what it was like. Although, this isn't exactly my favorite thing right here. This isn't my favorite. Oh god. I did it. I did do it. Okay. Well, now that that's over, it's easy platforming. Oh, why am I so bad? Stage 2 is fun. I don't doubt it. I will probably enjoy the platforming significantly more than I'll enjoy the bosses. Also has one of the best bosses in the game. Well, we'll see how I feel. But, like, in general, the platforming is just significantly more fun to me. Where am I? Okay. A little disorienting. Is it Guy? I do kind of, because I have seen a decent bit of... Oh, scrolling. What do we have here? I do kind of remember how the original Guy fight goes. Because I've seen a decent amount of the original I Want to Be the Guy. I want to be the pickle. I'll self-censor the rest of that. What is the point of the spikes even coming up? What? Am I supposed to be scared? Is that meant to frighten? No. Did you try to elicit fear in me? I feel like I'm desperately trying to fit in to a new group of incredibly very awesome and cool kids at school. And I just have to every now and then be like, haha, I can kind of relate to what you're talking about. But for the most part, I just have no fucking clue. I'm trying. I'm trying over here. Ooh, look at that. Legendary speedrunner. Where am I actually going here? That wasn't a very good jump. You see, it takes a skilled gamer to do it the normal way. But it takes a true legend to do it the slightly faster way. How was I approaching that I did it on accident the right way the first time? It seemed kind of weird. Like how the fuck did I do that the first time? That seems significantly harder than I made it look. I am not going to endeavor to try that one. Half a decade of dumb jokes. Sounds about right. All you have to do is jump on the edge of the block. It's very simple. You just get to the edge, and then press the shift button on your keyboard. And everything before it is even easier. You just hold the right button on your keyboard. I was gonna say right analog stick. Oh, can you imagine playing fan games with a controller? Ouch, dude. I'm sure that's what some people think about when I say I play Lethal League on a controller. Which is fair. Especially with Blaze, where it has, like, some really tough inputs to do. Dude, I did a fucking diamond earlier, I swear. You wouldn't believe it. Looking at this. You play with controller! Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I can forgive it, even on D-pad. At least, well, it's probably better on some D-pads, but like, basic 360, and even, I don't know, I don't really like the PlayStation D-pads that much more, though they are an improvement. I mean, your validity is entirely separate from my ability to make fun of it. That'll never stop me. This is a safe spot for everybody except those who play fan games with controller. So what do you want from me? Okay, not that. You want me to touch the block and then jump off from it. Noted. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I feel like a majority of people, at least, only #90s kids and those before. I feel like most people who started games around the same time I started games all collectively started on console for the most part. But I would never find myself using a controller for a platformer as precise as this. And again, I kind of eat my own words because I use controller for Lethal League, but I don't know, it just... It's not a very good defense for me to say it just feels better, because that's probably what you think about playing this game on controller. Ooh, immediately being fucking called out. Sorry, Icy, you are not a good controller player. Lixie confirms. I agree with everything Lixie has to say on the matter, despite not knowing most of those name drops. I will never be demoralized on a platforming section. I shouldn't say that. I'm setting myself up for disappointment in myself when I inevitably dread a platforming section in the future. But, I don't know. It just feels good to do little jumps, you know? Significantly better than it feels to run around in an avoidance. That's probably the attitude I would have taken towards Lethal League had I ever cared to take it seriously, because it obviously is better. But I just would have thought that that would have come naturally from the start, if you're playing this game. Or fan games in general, I mean. I don't know. I feel like we still have a right to continue our aggression until the switch to keyboard actually happens. I'm not satisfied till the shift key breaks. I mean, I assume PYF is an acronym for the game the screen is taken from. Can't be that bad if you can do it in 4 minutes. Ooh, he's made the not that difficult jump. And he's made the gate. And he's made that spiky thing. Progress. I feel like I was really close to failing that quote-unquote spiky thing. Is this one of those things that's easier within a line? This feels like one of those things that's easier within a line. Okay, I was really glad that was a big jump and not gravity. Spiky thing is a shuriken. I was trying to look for the list of jump names earlier. I thought it was something that you could easily get to on Delph-Root, but I couldn't find it on a quick glance. This is the way games were meant to be played. It's... I love how fast deaths can cool up when you're doing something stupid like right out of the gate of a checkpoint. Can I mean, that's the align I got last time. I'm not sure if it's actually helpful. Although, it worked again, so I'm gonna say that that align was helpful. T-bone vortex, huh? I'll take your word for it. Ah, I jumped too babyish. Too baby of a jump. Dude. I have the align and everything. I couldn't remember if I saved with the alignment last time. Where's my anecdotal... Oh my god. I didn't think I was gonna make that. Where's my anecdotal placebo when I need it? Alright, let's just pretend that I'm getting the align for the first time. Nope. Oh my god. See, it's one thing to do the easy jump and make it look easy. But it really does take a skilled gamer to make the easy jump look hard. I'm really just playing it up for the views. A line on the right? Let's go. Someone with actual info. Clearly, this is the right... Clearly, that's the right align for that jump. A line on the right of the save. Dude, I am so good it scares me. Okay. Yes, clearly. That's the align you want. See, that's why it worked. If you know nothing about proper alignment... Oh my god, died to a fucking gate. If you know nothing about proper alignment, you can trick yourself with a placebo on every single jump. I still have no idea what the PYF thing is, since you've continued talking about it, but nobody has actually given me an indication of when to expect it. I assume nobody's gonna have the kindness in their heart to tell me how this screen is gonna work ahead of time. I don't even know if it's saved for me. I would assume it didn't, since all of the other screens have made me shoot a save. The way I would have originally assumed this working is just touch things. PYF is just literally the name. Okay, that's what I figured. It's in stage 5, got it. So this doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, that's how I thought it would work. What? Oh, it's seconds! Not how many times you touched it. Never mind. That's not how I thought it worked, and they did give me a checkpoint, so I don't care anymore. Okay. Oh. Well, that was bad. Whoops. What is this? Does this reset it? Well, I was a little hesitant because they didn't give me a proper save point, so I wasn't sure. Can I just... That looks barely possible, but I don't think it is. No. I don't think so. Or if it is, it's out of my abilities. I mean, that's definitely how you do it, but I suck. Oops. Oh, it didn't really matter in this case. Ah, fuck. At least the way I'm doing it is one way you could do this, because this doesn't seem particularly strict one way or another. Ah, fuck, I did it the way I was trying to avoid doing it. Oh. Showdown autosaves at the start of every screen. Yeah, but forgive me for not having memory in my endless vault of fan games played of how Showdown works. Not fun. I think I literally have like 5 or 6 fan games completed. Lifetime. Oh, didn't jump fast enough, so I just used my double jump. Ugh. Why did I jump on the one that would have made it absolutely hardest for me? You've made like 20. Commitment. Commitment to the craft right there. Only one is of substance. I changed commitment to dedication. Very similar words, but I don't know. For some reason, dedication in my head has negative connotation. Dedication for me reads as sticking to something, even if it's not working out that well. Which isn't the actual definition, but... That's probably about when I started watching fan games too, but I've just never really kept up with it and take a lot of breaks. Oh, come on, why did I jump so soon? I could have just timed it. I got nervous, but I had so much extra time. There you go. Well, I'm gonna assume that this one also saves for me. I don't think I was gone for quite that... Oh, yeah, of course. I don't think I was gone for quite that long, but I was gone for a decent amount of time myself, too. There you go, okay. God. This is also not going to be my strong suit right here. bullshit, dude. They're not giving me a decent opportunity to show off how good I am at planes. You guys might think I'm the worst fan game player ever, given what I've shown you so far. But wait till I show you my plane skill. Then no one will be laughing. Okay. Drama. Wow. Didn't realize we had a toxic gamer in here. You think that, given my incredible performance so far, I too might be done with K2 by the end of the month? Seems promising. Ugh. My poor little fingies are starting to cramp up a bit, though. I've even tried to keep up stretching, but there's only so much you can do to prevent your poor fingies from wanting a break. So I might have to call it pretty soon here. Let me see if I can do this screen. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Yeah, I think I am gonna call it here. But that was fun. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out for as long as you did, and actually chatting, imagine. That was pretty fun. So, yeah, I mean, this is my first fan game stream literally ever, so don't expect, please try this one. This screen is cursed. Okay, I'll give this one a shot. Dude, okay. I like the start. It's pretty okay. Dude, this is some fucking this is some La Mulana. What is the gate of illusion shit? This isn't a try it once thing anymore. This is now a I know I'm gonna hate this screen, and there's no real difficulty to it outside of wait, what the fuck? What happened differently that time? How the fuck did I get up there? This is... Dude. Invisible pickup pipe, yeah. Now that I know what this screen is, and see that it's not actually difficult, it's just garbage. Oh my fucking god. I can't... Dude, everything's a trap. I got, like, up higher. Oh. Why wasn't that happening? Okay, well, you gotta try. You gotta try. I think I'm going too far to the right. Yeah, there you go. Up! Ah, fuck. I mean, I know that the answer isn't just walk to the exit. So I'm not even gonna try. And if that is the answer, and it's hilarious... What? And it's hilarious watching me walk away from the exit over and over again. That's what I'm here for. It's even better knowing the route and watching someone do it. I don't doubt that. Sick. Sick, dude. Okay. Maybe that is a dead end. Oh my god. So is this how it actually is in Tribute, or... What happened to make this abomination, is basically what I'm asking. Okay, I'll try it. Ha ha ha. Wrong way. Yeah, okay. Wrong way. You gotta try. Have I really fully explored all of my options over here? I don't feel like I have. Alright, now I feel pretty confident that I have. Tribute was one of your favorite OG games. This screen pick is not representative. Well, I am, unfortunately for Tribute, going to judge it as such. Dude, it feels like every path is wrong when you go that route. Unless there's like a really horrible fucking path you have to take of invisible teleports. Which, I mean, literally just describes the entire screen, but... I don't know, that feels kinda like the wrong way, Buster. Like, yeah, okay, that's fucked, that's wrong. That's wrong. Wrong. There anything else secret over here? Nah. Jumping, like, literally at all. Okay, that sends you to the Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm. Really? Like, it feels like there's a decent amount of different paths I could take over there. Like, how is that not the right answer? There's no way they would go to the level of making multiple convincing paths that are wrong. I mean, I was gonna experience it one way or the other. It's just whether I'm going to experience it now or later. And now that I know what it is, I'd rather get it over with. Well, in La Mulana's Gate of Illusion, there was an invisible pipe that you had to go down, so maybe that's the answer. Probably not. I'm not convinced. Oh, why did I do that? I'm not convinced that there's not another path over there. Wait! Can I just... What? Am I stupid? You can... Oh, that's an invisible wall. I didn't think to try that, but... Nice. 10 screens per stage? That's less than I thought it was. That makes me feel like I've made some actual progress today. It's gonna be hard to get that feeling back. What? Don't go into this section with upward momentum, I guess. I feel like I am not doing a very good job of discovering new paths. Like, I just have to test every spike I haven't run into at this point. Okay, that one's death. Ugh. I hate how if you're slightly off, it just sends you to the ether. That one's death. That one's death. couldn't remember if I tried it. Probably did. I tried to hit the top spike there, but I don't think I did. Death. Let's chalk that up to really checking if the top one is death. Not an accidental death. And nothing here sent me. What? I should have just explored my options more. Oh my god. I thought for sure I had already tested that, though. Which is why I wasn't trying it anymore. Well, we've made some progress. Oh my god. Okay, how high can I jump? Okay. How high can I jump? Ah, don't go too far to the right. I should have known that because of this section. But how am I supposed to know what fucking rules the game is playing by? For all I know, it could be changing the triggers every time I touch one of these. A tad particular. I believe it. Okay. I wasn't honestly expecting to live for that long. Oh. Okay. Who knows if that was the wrong direction, or if I just didn't do a good enough job, but it's actually the right direction. Okay, don't go that high. Come on, dude. I'm gonna guess that I jumped to the middle platform, because I don't think I've been there yet, but also, like... who fucking knows? Because so far, I haven't actually jumped to any platform. I just kind of appear on top of them eventually. That feels like it's slightly good? Hard to tell. I also don't know how committed I should be to this path. Because for all I know, I'm already in the wrong pickup height. I don't know, like I said, if there are multiple wrong paths. I just feel like they wouldn't. You know, they would realize there's boundaries. There's no way that that's still the right direction, right? Oh my god. And obviously. Okay, never mind. Apparently it's not obvious. I hope that the answer is just walk to the exit. Okay. That's gonna be it. But yes, as I was saying, thanks for hanging around, guys. I did thoroughly enjoy myself on this stream. But as I was saying, this is also my first fan game stream ever, so I don't really want you to expect me as a fan game streamer. I will probably be playing Nier Automata tomorrow, in all likelihood. But we'll see. I don't know when I will play this again, but I definitely will come back to K2 and hopefully finish it. That's the dream. But for now, I'm gonna head out. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. I'm gonna send you to Volsk because he is also streaming fan games. So if you enjoy fan games, then that sounds like a cool idea, right? So go ahead and say hi. Thanks. Bye.